Hey guys, Omni here. Today we're going to be checking out Pinocchio over on Disney Plus. This is the live-action remake of the Disney classic. And, you know, we reacted to the teaser trailer for this, and I thought it looked phenomenal with the visuals and all that stuff, and the way they're kind of incorporating these things, even though I thought Jiminy himself kind of was a little terrifying, not going to lie. But I'm sure, like, I've warmed up to it a little bit, and I'm curious to see how the whole thing pans out. I didn't do a reaction for it, but I did watch the final trailer and just the landscapes and the carnival and all of that. Like, there's some really stunning imagery that they've shown off for this, so I'm pretty curious to get into this. Now, Pinocchio the original was never one of my go-to Disney films. I mean, Monstro, when I was a kid, terrified me. That entire sequence, loathed it. But I can't even say. And also, I've got a huge like phobia of the ocean, and that definitely didn't help. I've talked about this many a times. When I watched Castaway, I had a panic attack during the scene when he's just on the raft with the whales. So that definitely didn't help. But then there's the carnival sequence with the donkeys and the children. There's some pretty horrific stuff in this movie, so it was one of the main reasons why I never really rewatched it that often. But I've definitely seen it quite a few times, and I'm curious to see how this comes to light. Obviously, there's certain people that are upset about certain things. I'm not one of them, and I'm just here to enjoy this thing. So guys, if you want to see the full-length reaction to this, you check that out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, gets you access as well. It's in watch-along format, so you just sync up your own footage with the time code, see my reaction to the entire thing. You get the same thing for the shows that we cover here on the channel. You also get to put forth suggestions and then vote on what movies we react to here each month. We've got monthly Q&As, behind-the-scenes footage. I try to make it worth your while since you are going out of your way to support the channel. But of course, I know not everybody can do that, and a simple way you can help us out is just by liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing these videos, because it really does go a long way with helping the channel grow here on YouTube. But with that all said and down the way, guys, let's go ahead and hop into Pinocchio. Here we go.
When you wish upon a star, your dreams come true.
Oh, wow. That was the transition into this.
A long time ago. That's right. Much better. Much more precise. Never understood that expression. How can you be once upon a time? Who's telling this story? Me or you? Who are you?
I'm getting like major Mr. DNA vibes right now from this conversation.
Well, let me ask you this. Am I ever gonna be warm again? Just keep walking. You'll find out. Some storyteller you are. Shall I continue? Go for it.
Getting some like major Bug's Life vibes from like his design at this point.
A long time ago, my travels took me to a quaint little village.
He makes the little cricket noise. I'm
Master
way too familiar with that. We get crickets in the house all the time. Really want, it's too hard to catch them, but I'd love to get like a good shot of the clocks on the wall, because I know we found a couple of Easter eggs in the trailer alone, and I'm curious to see like how many exactly there are.
What a puppeteer.
Jiminy, you bum. You're a cricket, not a firefly.
Thinking way back when. I'm missing him again.
Oh. Oh, maybe we'll.
Art so young. Songs unsung. Oh, what might it be?
Is that Zazu? Looks like Zazu.
But we couldn't see happily ever after. Was never meant to be.
Man, it's crazy how, like, one-to-one the puppet actually is.
Whoa! Figaro, all finished. Well, I think he looks very much like him. Very much.
Oh.
They are beyond price, Senora. I'm very sorry, but I cannot sell you any of my cuckoo clocks.
But if you cannot sell your clocks, why do you have a shop?
It's complicated. Music box.
Good night, Geppetto. I leave a disappointed man.
as much as she loved you, my dear boy. My dear boy. No more of these sad thoughts, huh? What is your name? What should it be? You're a boy made out of pine. Pinocchio. Pine. Occhio. Pinocchio. Huh? Pinocchio. Yeah.
Oh, God. And that was how Jiminy died.
Oh, come on, don't be such a scaredy cat.
Oh, poor thing.
Oh, yes, almost. Wait for it. Wait for it.
Are they all gonna go off? Yep. Yo! Yep, Donald. Roger and Jessica. Maleficent. Sleeping Beauty. Damn.
Yes. Now, it is time for bed.
I'm sure there's more than that.
Good night, my beautiful birthday boy.
You know, when they planned this out, I wonder if they were always like, let's lean into the cartoon design of like the animals and stuff like that, or if that was a response to like Lion King and how they went a little too hard the other way, or if this was kind of always going to be the direction. Because at least all of the animals and Pinocchio,
Clear night.
like there's no artistic liberty really whatsoever with them. They're made to look like their cartoon counterparts.
Figaro, do you want to know what I wished for? I wished, if I was to tell you, you would think I was... It talks too much. It talks too much. Tick-tock. The clock tick-tocks too much. Never mind, it's late.
Clock humor. Clock puns. Had he not actually explained that, I wouldn't even put that together. That was interesting. Oh. Wait, so was the intent to actually bring the puppet to life, or did physics get in the way?
Shut my mouth. You can talk.
No, you can talk.
No, you can talk.
I know I can talk, and so can you.
I know I can talk, and so can you.
I'm the blue fairy.
I'm the blue fairy.
No, I'm the blue fairy. No. Let's try this again. I'm the blue fairy.
Hello, blue fairy.
That's more like it, yes. I'm the blue fairy. Now, what's your name?
I don't know.
Oh wow! Before she like double tapped him and like, hold on, wait a second, I messed this up. So let me. We need to put some memory in here.
That is, if Pinocchio here was a real boy.
Well, if Geppetto wanted a real boy, why would he carve a puppet?
Well, sure, there are other ways to make a boy, but I don't think Geppetto gets out much.
Are you my conscience?
I'm not a conscience, I'm a cricket.
Would you like to be his conscience?
Me? No, thanks.
I see a lost soul, an aimless vagabond. No job, no prospects.
Getting fucking roasted by the fairy, man. It's hilarious.
You are the high keeper of the knowledge of right and wrong, and a trusted counselor during moments of temptation. Arise, Sir Jiminy Cricket.
This is more like it.
Now you're gonna get an extensive journal where you will document your entire journey, mini games and all. Prepare to travel the worlds.
It's about what's in your heart.
The secret
Chill. Chill, Gemini. Jesus. Touching a booty over there and popping one for the singing fairy right now? You need to relax, my guy. I'm sorry, that last fade out looked a little funny.
Pinocchio, did you hear anything?
I sure did.
Right, I heard something too. Now that you can talk.
Hello, Pops.
Oh God, the cat. I keep trying to like look around. There was Snow White. Dumbo. Yeah, I was right. That was Rafiki. I don't know who that is. The Snow White one. Oh my God, that killed me.
But guess what? I'm almost a real boy, and I can become one. All I have to do is, a bunch of stuff.
I will say, man, Tom Hanks seems like he's having a damn good time doing this. In his last couple of roles, these last few years, man, he's just kind of like been just letting go and just doing some atypical things for him, and I kind of got to appreciate it, man.
Despite a few minor blended family issues,
What the fuck?
they became a staple. Well,
Oh, yeah, nope.
Oh. Pinocchio, this town can be very confusing.
I'll come straight home, right after school.
I will be right here when you get back, and we will eat dinner precisely at the stroke of...
I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't trust him to make it anywhere or back on his own at this early on. I feel like this is a little irresponsible, Geppetto. What are you doing?
Oh, off he goes. I'm going.
It's fucking creepy.
You miss him already, don't you? Yeah.
Oh shit! Look who fucked up.
Ready? Yes, Figaro. Do you miss him? Yes. Yes. Well, going to school, it will be good for him.
huh? School? Jumping jeepers, what time is it?
That's such a funny thing to mention in an entire like clock shop. What time is it?
First real day on the job and I'm already late.
Oh my God!
I'm Pinocchio's conscience and I overslept. Could you do me a giant favor and airlift me to the school?
Asleep on the job, huh? Who knew they were outsourcing conscience work?
This little puppet is running around loose on the streets without a conscience. Can you imagine the trouble he's gonna get into?
Well, I wouldn't want that on my conscience. Okay, Mr. Right, all right.
I love this fucking seagull, man. I don't remember a seagull in it, man, but like it's been like, man, how long has it been since I've seen the original?
Well.
Probably
Stromboli!
fucking
So that'll...
25 years minimum.
School, a noble institution. What would this stupid world be without it? Well, look at that, a wooden boy. A wooden boy. Look at... Oh! Get it.
Oh no.
Man, a thing like that could be worth a fortune to someone.
Oh no. Don't pick it up.
He'll give his eye teeth for that thing.
I can't wait to get to school and learn what all this stuff is.
Okay. I was like hoping he wasn't going to pick up like a clump of shit and give that to the teacher.
You must be constructed of pretty sturdy oak.
I'm pie.
Well, it can't all be constructed of quality lumber. Well, quite a scholar, I see. A man of letters.
How dare you not be made of mahogany?
I'm speaking of the theater. Bright lights, music, applause, fame.
Fame? But I want to be real.
Yes. You're just a nobody. Do you want to be a nobody? No, nobody wants to be a nobody. Everybody who's anybody wants to be a somebody.
Dude, this cat being his fucking hype man is kind of hilarious. The way they've got him animated and everything too is pretty damn solid.
He's a natural-born actor, right, Gideon? And not just an actor, an entrepreneur. Nay,
I do gotta say, I do love like the balance between realism and the extraordinary.
Proud or not?
I sure do.
Well then.
Okay, I'll be.
Dude, I love this silent ass cat
Hide.
just hanging out with him.
What?
Jiminy, what are you doing up there?
What? Who are we talking to? What is a jippity? Wait, I can't. It's where?
Some old-fashioned slapstick.
I want to go to school.
Now we're talking. School's that away. Hey, Pinocchio. Drop the mallet.
Finish
One of
him.
these days, a heavy wagon wheel's gonna fling one of these rocks and hurt somebody. What in Sam Hill do we pay taxes for?
What are taxes?
Nothing you need to worry about, especially now that you're not gonna be famous, but...
He's like, what the hell?
School is for real children, not the ridiculous puppets. Puppies belong in a puppet show. Get up, come on.
Well, I'll be.
I'm surprised they didn't call like a local priest to be like, demon!
This is an outrage, an atrocity.
But then again, there's a fox like this just walking around.
All the kids laughed at me.
Of course they did. Puppets make people laugh. Oh, you poor, poor misunderstood boy. Don't you see?
I'm sorry, man. I cannot stop looking at this fucking hype man cat over here.
He said I belong in a puppet show.
Alas, a puppet show. I rest my case. Now we're talking! No two Strombolis! Fame!
The fact that he's got normal, like, fox feet and human hands is a little weird. Not gonna lie. I guess that's always been a kind of cartoon thing that I've never really thought about. Usually, like, the feet are a little proportionally larger, so I kind of, like, never thought about it.
It's 5 o'clock.
You know, just think, like, the sun would have him boiling in that thing.
Why now? He must have lost his way and gotten lost.
Yeah, no shit.
Everyone, yes, you too, Figaro. Figaro left the shop. But we have to find Pinocchio.
How does he get groceries or food if he doesn't leave?
To complete the performance of my great show.
These are all questions I definitely never thought about when I was a kid.
Stromboli got his grubby hands on a magic puppet. You have my condolences.
Oh, do you want them back?
Aw.
Did you hurt your leg?
It's a long story, but it gets better every day.
Dance without the aid of drinks. The toy.
Man, he's been hyping this thing up for like a while to let that whole conversation play out. Willy Wonka, the amazing chocolatier. Oh, what was that first setting? I'm not gonna lie, Age of Ultron really twisted the whole No Strings on Me song for me. Like, I can't not think about that anymore. Like, with the sinister spin to it. I do have to, like, commend, like, actual puppeteers, because, man, I've tried. Like, growing up, like, I've tried a lot, and I'm just so bad at it. It takes so much coordination. Oh, yeah, I forgot about these guys. Oh, my God. Voice is Benjamin Evan Ainsworth. He's a 13-year-old kid. He sounds eerily similar to the original to me, though. Oh, yeah. I remember this.
Basta!
Hmm.
Jimmy! I can't believe we're so close. So far. Whoa!
Hey, what did he say about those rocks earlier, man? Oh, he did have that umbrella the whole time. Couldn't he have, like...
Well, no. I guess this isn't what you signed up for when you decided to be a famous actor, is it?
It's not my fault. I never wanted to be famous.
Mm-hmm.
That's the key to this cage lock. Can you reach it?
Impossible. No way I can reach that.
You want to know something? I don't want to be a real boy.
Gee.
It's not about what you're made of on the outside. Being real is in your heart. That's what being real is all about. But thank you.
Gotta keep it real, man.
No cops, no parents, no rules. You can tear the place apart and nobody says a word.
I wonder if they do the thing in this one.
You won't be a puppet anymore. That's for sure.
Really?
Who's that?
Cross my heart now to die.
Okay, I thought so. That's fucking Luke Evans, man. I was like, this guy looks so familiar. Gaston and now this.
You're not gonna need that anymore.
What the fuck?
What a bore. So
Oh, it's the whip. I was like, what the hell was that?
you say.
That was a nice little song, man. I like a lot of the additions that they've had.
And no one is ever gonna tell you no.
Look at that, Slats.
Dude, that's the clown imagery is hideous, but like everything else is so gorgeous. Gorgeous. I love the lights, the flare, I love parks, not even for the rides, just the atmosphere. But like, look at that, man. This is gorgeous. Oh. Oh, fuck off with that. I would not like that. Look at that fucking clown. Holy.
That kid's crazy.
Wow. This is wild, man. Shop and lift. You know, I still like clowns. Like, I'm not like afraid of clowns by any stretch of the imagination, but like, I do find them inherently creepy. Like, it's still kind of interesting to me that like even like as a kid, man, I think Ronald McDonald may have been like one of the very few that didn't creep me out. But like your traditional clowns, like it's still odd to me like that they actually used to be for like entertainment. Like, cause I find them like extremely eerie. Oh, smashing clocks.
About a so-called conscience, you're not gonna need that anymore. So play.
Man, his face is so purple. I don't know if it's the lighting or if like he just like is he's been belting the entire time we haven't been seeing him and it's like not letting any blood flow into his head.
Oh my goodness. This is a serious crisis. A catastrophe!
I know Pinocchio, like, it wasn't ever something I realized as a kid, but like growing up, that the whole like story of it is kind of like parental submission propaganda. This is still kind of echoing. What the holy hell? I don't remember shadow demons.
Cray. Scratched it. Something wrong with the table. It's tilted or something. Okay, so let's push it.
All right, let's see how they do it.
You might make it to half a real boy. It looks to me like you still got a conscience inside of you.
I wish I still did have a conscience.
Pinocchio!
Oh. Here we go.
Brother, it's like I've dropped into HE double hockey sticks.
A great Disney movie that they disowned and never brought back with Will Friedle in it. Remember watching that on Disney Channel, and then a bunch of parents complained about a movie about demons. They delisted it forever.
You gotta do what you gotta do to win.
You're wrong, Lampy. I still call what you did cheating.
To hear you talk, you'd think something terrible was gonna happen to us. What a crack.
Lampy, you might want to check.
What do I look like to you? A jackass?
Oh no! What's happening? Oh, what do I do?
Oh wow, he's got... That's different. He's got wooden ears and a wooden puppet donkey tail instead.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah, the animated version of this scene was way more terrifying.
There's that wooden boy. Get in!
I still don't remember these shadow demons though. I just remember the root beer is what kind of transformed them, and they were kind of being shipped off like that as donkeys and whatnot, but like, whatever the... What the hell? Was this in the original? I don't remember it.
Father, it's me, Pinocchio. I'm home.
Maybe he's asleep.
I do remember seeing the monster design in the last trailer.
He sailed out to sea.
He sailed out to sea.
Oh, right.
Sailed out to sea. Sophia,
But,
how do you think? In a boat. He needed to get to Pleasure Island to look for Pinocchio.
yeah, they definitely changed up Monster's design quite a bit from the animated version. I don't know if it lines up more with the story or not, but like, they said sea monster, which is more in line with what I saw in the trailer, rather than the whale.
You started your own puppet show?
We sure did. Last night, the Carabinieri arrested Stromboli and put him in jail. And we want you to be the headliner.
I have to stay and find my father.
Pinocchio, please give my best to your father.
And mine too.
When you find him.
I sure will.
Ooh, wait, whoa. They she did both voices at the same time. What am I talking about? We just saw shadow demons and magic donkeys and all kinds of stuff. Why am I doubting that at all? And talking animals.
Ricket, I said I'd airlift you, not him. I can't carry a heavy block of wood. No offense, kid.
I love this chain-smoking seagull.
Idea.
Go Fonzie!
Cece's father.
Did you hear something, Figaro? Silly me, I thought I had Pinocchio. It must be.
You know, I don't remember what initially made him think to go out on the water originally, because like Pleasure Island wasn't like offshore, right? It was on the mainland, right?
Pinocchio! Pinocchio!
Another thing I never questioned as a kid.
I'm coming to you.
I'm coming to you!
This poor cat, man.
Well, of course he can run on water. He's made of wood. I'm coming, Pinocchio!
I'm sorry I didn't come home after I got kicked out of school.
You got kicked out of school?
Oh, you clocked to buy a boat so you can look for me. And now we're here.
You did all that in one day?
I'm sorry, Father. I apologize for all the trouble I caused.
Oh no, Pinocchio, my boy! All this
How in God's name can either one of them hear each other?
Again, and we'll be all together. We'll be one big happy.
Holy fuck. Yeah, look at him. It's fucking Sin from FF10. Dude, yeah, man, he's got tendrils and shit. That's not Monstro, man. That's straight up Sin. Come on, Jiminy. Do your best Jex shot right now.
Wake up! My friend's in there! Open up, you big blubber mouth!
Where on earth is that light coming from? Dude, this level in Kingdom Hearts was always a fucking nightmare for the longest time.
Pinocchio, you got swallowed too? Here, grab this!
Oh!
Everything comes in, but nothing goes out. Presumably, but that is not a good option.
Somebody keep an eye on this cat!
It's wonderful, I think.
Come on, Father. Let's get our boat into position.
Wow, they're speed running this.
Well, what do you know?
I don't like it. Nope. My initial thought was Han Solo, Leia, and Chewie, all them just like, ooh, out of the fucking asteroid worm. Or else.
Jiminy! Who's Jiminy?
My conscience.
That cricket is your conscience?
And let me tell you, it's no easy job.
Oh, Figaro, man. And thus, this tsunami wiped out the mainland. Good lord.
Jiminy, thank goodness! I thought you were a goner.
He sneezed us back toward land.
Oh, good lord. Yeah, ain't nothing whale of a whale about him. You need the final summon. Bring out Anima. Making Transformer noises. Good God, man. You know, I kind of respect not just doing the sperm whale thing again, but like, because this thing is literally monstrous or blah, 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 blah. Monstrous. Gotta go fast. Gotta go fast. Pinocchio X.
Father looks like he's hurt. I have to help him.
You go.
Father, talk to me.
People say he was transformed into an honest-to-goodness real boy. Did that actually happen? Who knows? But I do know one thing for sure.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Pinocchio is as
Oh, that
real
was
as any real boy
eerie.
could ever be.
That transition from the wood into like his flesh with that like kind of off-kilter proportions was a little weird, a little uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie, I really did have fun and enjoy this. I don't think it was flawless by any stretch of the imagination, but I had a blast with it. All right, so you guys might notice something a little bit different here. After I finished recording the reaction, I had to step away because I completely underestimated how much time I actually had, or rather overestimated, and had to go take care of some stuff. I've come back. I'm here to give you guys my thoughts on the movie after having, sat through the whole thing and let some of it kind of simmer in my head a little bit. While I've been very harsh in the past on a lot of the Disney live-action remakes, I will say that I did enjoy my time watching this one. A lot of that probably has to do with the things that I really enjoyed about the original did carry over here, and a lot of that same feeling I felt echoed here in a lot of ways. Maybe not as strongly or as well executed, but I still felt like I was watching the original in some ways, in some fashion. That is also kind of a negative because it does kind of go in tandem with what a lot of these remakes kind of feel like, is just kind of like, what are we adding? What are we bringing to the table that is new, aside from putting some real flesh out there and trying to see what we can do with live action CGI and all of that? Where, Lion King, I think, went kind of wholeheartedly too far the one direction, going hyper realistic to the point where I felt like I was just watching characters who were dead inside most of the time. This one, I think it struck a nice balance where it was a healthy blend of stylistic cartoons as well as trying to put them into the physical plane, where they didn't go too far out of their way to try to make Pinocchio hyper realistic or Jiminy look like one for one a cricket, because that would be kind of hard to do given the things that this story kind of dives into, especially with Honest John, his little companion, and some of the other things that we kind of encounter through this. So I think they did a smart thing of striking like a stylistic choice where these things are kind of melded together. I think they did a pretty good job with that. Now, given some of the CGI at some points is really good, not so much in other points. A lot of the times where Pinocchio has to interact with a person who's physically there, it's not really working out too much. Mostly the scene that comes to mind is that opening sequence when Geppetto first, encounters Pinocchio having come to life. It was the most noticeable there. But I will say, I really did enjoy Tom Hanks' performance, the bit that he was in this. I really enjoyed the addition of the puppeteer with the Stromboli troupe and that little character interaction, kind of giving a little bit of a companion for Pinocchio along the way. And I really enjoyed that character. Did it feel like we stopped the film a little bit to kind of give her a song and dance and all that? Sure. But I enjoyed it. I thought she was really endearing. I think she added a little bit more to the story itself with the way she and her puppet kind of relate to Pinocchio, helping him ease into this world a little bit and not leave every encounter with somebody out in the world be so harsh. So she was a nice little buffer between Stromboli, the coachman, and then the events on Pleasure Island, and all that stuff. I think that inclusion was nice. I did feel like it was a little odd to me that we only had the Blue Fairy in the beginning. I'm sure for some people out there, they will probably be celebrating said fact, but I thought it was odd. Her absence for me was definitely felt, and I don't know if I hadn't seen the original, would I still feel that way? I don't know. There were some sections in there where they just kind of like happen or assume their way through certain situations where previously in the original, the Blue Fairy kind of interjected, explained some things to Pinocchio, like the thing with the nose and all that stuff. Like, they just kind of guessed through a lot of this, and it was a little odd to me at times. But I found that Pinocchio still, as a character, shone through in this. I really enjoyed Jiminy as well, and the way he kind of was a little bit expanded upon in this is, and the way they kind of struck that balance with animating him. I think he still kind of had that energy. You know, I enjoyed this one. I think this is, out of all the ones I've seen, it's not blasphemous by any stretch of the imagination. It actually had fun. I had fun watching it. I had some laughs, you know, and it was, it didn't, like any of these, it hasn't improved on the original. It's not doing too many things new with it. Unlike some, because like it's the hard line with these remakes, man. You either like change too many things and you isolate the people who grew up with it, or you stick way too close to it and it's just like, why are we even here? And I feel like this is, at times, it's just kind of like on one side or the other all the way through this. But I will say, as harsh as I have been on the Disney live action remakes in the past, this one I enjoyed watching. I don't regret having seen it. I'm not upset having seen it. They didn't do anything that actually rubbed me the wrong way at all. I don't feel like I wasted my time. And out of the ones I've seen, I would probably put this in my top 3. You know, I still think The Jungle Book is probably my favorite live action remake that they've done, followed by Aladdin. And now I would probably add this one into the mix. Yeah. Now, like, it's not a great movie. It's still got a lot of the same flaws that even the original one has, and because of the expanded time and expanded characters and additions, some of those flaws get a little bit more prominent, namely in the extra 20 minutes that this movie has on top of the original one, where it just kind of like the segments of the story, like from him going to school, to him meeting Honest John, to him being in Stromboli, to him being at Pleasure Island, to him being with Monstro, like it just feels like a series of jarring, intercut kind of segments rather than a blended story. Like it just seems like every now and then we're just like cut and slammed into the next part of the story, and I feel like none of these segments really flowed well into one another. Quite literally, he got grabbed and pulled right into the coachman one. I don't remember exactly how that happened in the original, but in this it was just a little jarring. But they definitely did sanitize the Pleasure Island thing quite a lot, actually. You know, substituting the beer for root beer, cutting out the chain smoking and all of that. And the CGI effects, unfortunately, did not help this transformation sequence with the donkeys and all that. I still think that was a much stronger like sequence in the original still, and they definitely speed ran the Monstro stuff. Though I didn't think I would like it, but I did really end up liking the redesign for Monstro and actually making it a sea monster rather than just a big whale. It definitely did feel a little reminiscent of Sin from Final Fantasy X, but I dug it, man. But again, much like with the scene with the donkeys and everything back at Pleasure Island, I think some of the realism, especially the setting itself, took away from the terrifying nature of Monstro. Because a lot of that, I think, was the artistic liberty that came with the animation, from the way that it was drawn and depicted, that gave it this haunting, surrealist, like hellish quality during those segments that I felt like was absent here. Also, I'm not exactly sure how I feel about just the abrupt way the film just kind of ends. You know, it seems like they're keeping it open for doing something else, maybe revisiting this if this does well enough to do like a sequel and follow up. Because they alluded to, was like, well, story says that he became a real boy, and though we kind of see that happen, it transitions into an illustration, so that could just be the story that was told. And who knows, maybe they want to come back and tell more stories with the puppet. So I don't know what they're doing with that, what the plan is with that. It just, maybe like they ran out of budget or ran out of something, because like it just, like towards the end of this, it was just kind of like, all right, we're in Monstro, we got to get through this, we got to get done, we're done. I don't know if they ran out of time, ran out of budget, or whatever, but like it just like, we're like beep, 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 beep. We spent so much time like still being a longer movie than the original, that we spent so much time in some of these earlier segments that we just had, it feels like they rushed the whole like last 15 minutes of this thing and just like, all right, we just need to get to credits. Kind of get why they ended up putting it on Disney Plus instead of releasing this in theaters. But guys, what did you all think? I'd love to know your thoughts. Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Feel free to join us in our Discord. We can talk about it there as well. Links to that and all my socials in the description box below. Follow me in each and every one of those. Remember, if you want to see the full-length reactions, it's going to be on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, gets you access as well. And speaking of, before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends: Manny Sherritt, Ryan Karen, Jason Coleman, Philly Vane, Yori, Corey Scott, Margaret Grace, Mary Bradley, Melita, Robert Anguiano, and Raven McCann. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. But that's it for this video, guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.